नमस्कार तो अपने नेशनल लैंग्वेज में कर ले,
एकदम
जिसका कमी था। Respected panel, Mr. Umesh Hotaji, Mr. Ranjan Banerjee, Mr. Sahuji, and the drivers of the industry, dignified leaders. Because you all are leading the industry. What I understand, whatever we talk, it is important to understand one thing. Where there is crisis, always there will be conflict and always there will be sub-disturbance and fighting, even if it is a house. And we are going to talk here on the issue, hindrances to better employee relations. You see how discrimination starts and how can hindrances not become an obstacle in the development and growth of industry. Mr. Hota is here. His contemporary is Mr. Banerjee. As I am a worker belonging to a trade union, I was discriminated to speak on the last leg with a suffix that please be brief, and also how I have been exploited before the lunch when people are not in a mood to hear, I am allowed to speak.
you are a true leader.
Here is the discrimination which starts.
Raising conflict. Here itself you raise the
As a trade unionist, as a worker, this is the discrimination. Why I wanted to speak this? There are issues. In any industry, in any state, in any country, one thing is of utmost importance, and that we need to agree, and that we need to vouch, and that we need to promise. Development is important, and that can't happen unless there is productivity. And what type of productivity? With the strap, keep on producing. That is not productivity. Like Manesar incident, if there are heartburns, you went to extreme productivity and there is a crash with a strife, with something where the relation breaks and harms the productivity. Productivity is sustained productivity. That is needed to be ensured, and that is important what I feel in any industry. And for that, you see, we need to understand how to acquire jobs from the working people. Unless we know that mechanism, same set of worker is coming daily. By looking at the face, do we ever think at this? Yes, I appreciate. Many people think that. Why you are looking so pale? What problem you have in your family? Is there any issue? Tell me. How can I help you out? This approach might develop a feeling of belongingness. I am a very good manager, I am a very good HR head, I am issuing so-called, I am issuing charge sheet, I am putting him outside, other workers out of fear, they will start working, they will perform. But whether their mind and heart is also working together with their hands or not, that needs to be assessed. And here there is problem. Why should we talk regarding statutes? I support Brother Banerjee. Statutes, we need to discuss here on the floor. Statutes are statutes. If you don't follow the legislation of the land, that law will take its own course. Should we discuss? When we talk about contract employees, what we talk? अरे भाई, आप यूनियन से क्या बात करते हो? We are given minimum wage. We are giving them PF, ESI. What more? But at many places, whether their hours of work are ascertained or not, whether their leaves and holidays are maintained or not, whether their gratuity systems are linked to LIC or any other gratuity mechanism or not. There are other mechanisms. I want to talk related to PF and ESI. As responsible management, why a worker will feel that I am part of the family? This organization belongs to me. It is my organization. Any loss in the company will affect my family. This needs to be inculcated among the working people, and for that, what is required? आप लोग जानते हो, enormous changes, sea changes there in ESI, sea changes there in Provident Fund. Have we taken this initiative in our floor level? That ask PF guys, ask it. These are the systems, modus operandi. If you have any problem, come to us as management. We will ensure that you get all treatments along with your family hassle-free. Did you talk to them? What is UN number? How you can avail a I-card and how that benefits you will get? Even your multiple employment, this UN will give you that social security protection. Important is, आज वर्कर को ये पता कि feeling of belongingness. To discuss that, we need to tell them that at least आप आकर के कंपनी में शेयर होल्डर बनो. When you put his designation fitter, why can't we put shareholder and fitter? 10 शेयर दो, उनको बताओ कि you are also part and parcel of the organization. Let him feel the heat. Let him understand the, do we work to make them understand balance sheet? In abroad, you all know, many people you all go outside. Yes, there is one union. Talk about Singapore, NTUC. Talk about Japan, NTUC, Rengo. 7 unions merged to one. Talk about America, AFL-CIO. 7 unions merged to one. But you know, Doladi was telling, in Indian culture, and continuous training people of the working people, so that trade union or any other colleague within the workers do not mislead working people for their self-vested interest or gain that will harm and affect the industry. This is the basic thing what I wanted to place, that most important is, tripartite is important. It's absolutely important. But one union cannot sustain due to the legislation of the land. ILO Convention 8798 globally, it gives right and choice to any working people to join any union of their choice. That we can't bar like that, that is there. But there is also provision in the employment when there is go for election and one union will be there for collective bargaining. So what's wrong in it? As per the Indian Constitution, we cannot bar any individual workman or any individual Indian citizens' right. That we don't have authority. So we need to understand how, and bipartisan is within the legislation of the land. When we go for tripartite discussion also at times, you all are aware that the labor commissioners also tell that first you all talk within yourself, see whether you all can come out with some solution or not, and then again come back. So you see, that is also always feeling that bipartisan is bad. It is not that. It has to be there. It is part and parcel of the family. Trade union is the second factory manager, the leader of the trade union. And the factory manager, they both have joint responsibility to ensure that the industry keeps on producing. And backbone of any state or country is, it should be producing and producing with profit. What I told, not irresponsible production. Productivity should be such that it's profitable so that everyone gets the fair share of the pie. The problem is only one. What we do, Dolaji said rightly, when we talk about contract workers, उसी को काट दो, उसी को कम दो, why कम दो? Equal remuneration for equal work, where is there? If we give them same work, एक आदमी को 70,000 दे रहे हैं DSP में, दूसरे वर्कर का 538 रुपए का बात करते हैं, सेम जगह, सेम वर्क, why such discrimination? Are they both not human beings? Do the market prices are different for both of them? that has to be assessed, and real solutions have to be brought out, and government, management and trade union, they all are important stakeholders who should together apply mind and work as a team and family to lead industry so that ultimately the state and the country leads. About Malay Ghatak, I can tell you one thing very honestly. You see, in Supreme Court have also said, oppositions are watched out. Unless they are watched out, you see, few things could not be checked. That is important. But Maulada is such a minister, what I found, that even in small industrial issues also, he personally calls for meeting, discussions and tries to resolve that industry opens and industry survives. This is important, the approach of the state government. I like that approach. Even if I am in opposition, I have been to several such meetings and discussions, and I appreciate the approach of this labor department in this government, because I function with this small periphery, so I am aware of that only. What I need to express before you, any problem, you take the support of the government, and if there is something, we are also there to help out, but make out some mechanism that it should be a continuous process of training, retraining. PF में एक बात आपको बताऊं, there is a separate in the provident fund